Welcome to Warhammer Podcast, episode 190.
What was the clap about?
It's a clap as we're supposed to do.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so you can identify where the fuck
the
start of the thing was.
I'll do it again.
You spoiled it.
You didn't tell me, did you?
Well, I thought you were like a man of the stage. You'd have known.
I thought you were going to do a magic trick.
No.
I'm like, go on.
So we're in the garage.
Yeah.
It's now mid-November.
Yeah, I might be putting my hood and my hat and my gloves on.
Paul's all weatherman now. It's nothing to you.
It's nothing to me. Look at this. Look what you've got on.
No,
why have you got the North Face? When have you ever gone climbing or hiking?
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't lift this frame up a fucking
why
mountain.
did you do that?
Because it was like 66%.
Because it's all about the image for you, isn't it?
It's an image thing. North Face. I didn't realise that was a clap. It's warm though, and it's got feathers and shit.
Yeah, well, that's what it's designed for, isn't it? Like 600 dead people have made this jacket or something. That's what that means. Yeah, like.
The problem with that kind of, if you go down that road, is everything's. It doesn't matter how much you pay for something. It's still made in the same fucking sweatshop as everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you pay £10 or fucking 10 grand for something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you get out of that one. Let Trump deal with it.
I found that most technical gear is just as the same thing, just with a label on it. Yeah.
Right, slightly nicer badge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so I was just telling Paul how sad it is to have to keep the rodents under control because it's the time of year they come indoors, and I've got to keep my garage.
It's cold, isn't it?
It is cold,
yeah.
But I let them get in one year and they fucking demolished everything. Like everything on the ground floor was just like chewed and eaten and.
Poor little buggers.
Nested in. So.
Well,
anyway, 6 down in a week.
Yeah. No, poor things.
All down. Well,
that's probably like 1 week's birth.
That's right. If you don't get mum and dad, that's replace it next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not here talking about that. We're talking about Warmaster.
Yes.
Episode 193.
193. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Paul and Barry. On TV. Somebody was saying how we blend in, so I don't know if we are blending in tonight or back.
Nah, it's alright, isn't it? Yeah.
But this one's pretty close, I
guess. Yeah, that's okay. It's fine.
You got your bunker shirt on?
Yeah, exactly. You put a throne over the back.
I suppose it doesn't say Emperor or something.
We'll get there.
Overlord.
Yeah, if I get re-elected this for 2025, might be a little subtle title change.
Overlord. So, the Gladiator's out. I'm looking forward to that. Gladiator.
Yes, that looks amazing. I will love it.
But I was really looking forward to Napoleon. The same director.
Napoleon was really more a love story, wasn't it? Yeah, I think Gladiator will be fine. Yeah,
okay.
Fine.
I hope so. I hope so.
It does look good. So today's episode is Essex GT 2024 lists and warfare prep.
Yeah, we swapped drinks. That was just something last time.
There you go.
All brewed in Luton anyway, as we could say. So what are we going to talk about first? There's always what's happening in the interwebs, what's happening in the world. Anything exciting?
What? Warmaster related?
Yeah, Warmaster related. Preferably.
There's been some news since we last talked.
Because the only time I see it is... The only time I see it is my brother always posts links to videos in WhatsApp, and he posts them from Facebook. So I get dragged into Facebook, look at the video, and then when you click out the video and looking at something.
Of course you do.
I saw a discussion about Dragon Ogres being overpriced.
Yeah,
which I'm sure they are. But how cheap do you really want them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you don't want them to be...
Because they were already knocked down in points.
I know.
Do you just end up where everything is the same points, and some things are just clearly better?
Yeah. Well, that would be the problem, wouldn't it? It's like... If you get to the point where a dragon ride is actually usable, then the game's probably a load of shit by that point, because they would be fucking hard to kill.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of from last week to next, which is about it, is so I've been doing a lot of Warhammer the Old World stuff, and you hear the moans about Warhammer the Old World, is in trying to inherently balance a thing which is pretty much unbalanceable. Yeah. And you hear this stuff and you're just like, oh my god, Warmaster has none of this, does it?
Well, it could.
It could, but it doesn't. Not in anywhere close to that.
No.
So basically, I've been running a Warhammer the Old World scene at our gaming club, Johnson Bunker, and that's been very popular because people like nostalgia. So we've now played 4 events of it, and we've got and it's gotten to the point where the game needs some internal balancing.
We're getting to comp time, though. Swedish
comp. Whoever did that, or group of people who did that.
They were the 8th age people, weren't they?
Because that was a massive amount of work, a document, and it was really good. Well, no one's got time for that. But
and also not because they keep throwing out stuff all the time. into the
exactly
mix.
That couldn't keep pace with new releases.
No.
Anyway, so what you're gonna need a comp system where basically I just did it. I was like, I'm gonna take all the good ideas I've heard, put them into like,
chuck them in,
and then just like, what do people vote for? Ultimately, you do what people vote for. So like, what do you want? Like, so on Sunday, I'm playing the next Warhammer the Old World one at the club, and it's vanilla. It's completely vanilla. It's 2,000 points. It doesn't need to be painted. It's as vanilla as it can be.
Bring your big dragon riding monster man killer.
Yeah, like the only comp is essentially the people are being nice about it and be like, don't be a dick. But it's but when I put my mind to it, and GW themselves have recently done a Throne of Skulls pack where they've said they've put comp in their own Throne of Skulls pack.
Jeez.
And it says like you can't spend more than 25% of your points on a single character.
Oh, there we go.
So you can't have more than one level 4 wizard. So and it's like already the game, even themselves are comping it. So. Right. And when I put my mind to it, and I'd watched a few videos on YouTube about it, there's loads and loads of things, like literally 20 different options at least, of like, how about this, about that. And it'll all be like, everyone, so after this next event, I'll find the date, and I'll just put it out there, and it might be nobody wants anything, or everybody we want something. And it's just a way to just try to mitigate people being dicks. Basically, on Sunday I'm using Dark Elves for that because it's not painted. So my Dark Elves aren't painted; they're just
Legacy.
Dark Elves, yeah. And I tried some game. It shows repetition like helps. So I changed my list quite a few times, and I'd gone character light. But to be honest, then I tried a game. I wasn't doing very well, and I tried a game with a dragon in it. And I was like, you know what? This thing is so good. I was like, I wanted to like repeat a bolt throwers. They're just terrible. They don't hit.
I think
they're not doing anything.
I played 3 games, and one of the games early on was against Rid or Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they didn't use a tooled up big beast, but they used a beast with a rider. I was putting my entire army in front of it and couldn't slow it down.
Exactly.
I was going, if you tool this fucking thing up, you would never stop this thing.
So I played a game where I put so I've got a Dark Elf Lord and a Dragon, and he's got a 4-up ward save from an item.
And he's already, his armour's up the wazoo because of the dragon. He's got 2-up or something anyway.
He's a 2-up, 4-up to strength 4-up. It's pretty good. Anyway, so like I literally in the first game I used against him, I was like, the math hammer on do cannons kill dragons? You need like 15 shots or something. Now you're not going to get 15 shots in a game.
You're looking to get 2 shots.
Yeah, 2. So literally, I don't need to hide. It's important. It's like I don't need to do it. So literally, I played against dwarves, and on the first turn, I just put my dragon right in front of his army, out of his charge range. So every option open. I was like, shoot me, see what you can do.
Nothing.
Barely, because the thing doesn't get worse as it's wounded.
No.
It's like I took 4 wounds, and I've got 9, and that were the only wounds I took the whole game.
Once you get to combat, rending everything.
I was just like,
fighting back.
Eat this. The
rending. It was like D3 rends or something. It was like I can't remember what it was.
Stops.
No.
It was just like it had to buddy up with one of a unit to kill a unit, but that was the only time it needed help. And it was just like munching its way through this whole dwarf army. And I was just like, it's like easy, man. I poor tailed him.
But that's not even the top level. That's not the top level.
No.
Get some Chaos Warrior on the
No, it's really not.
Chaos Lord and some Monster Dragon tooled up to
because it's like I've not put 3 saves on it. I've put 2, and it was still good enough. I was like, well, and I was just like, I want you to shoot this thing because the rest of the Dark Elves are all running around like toughness 3, like not don't shoot them. Shoot this toughness 6 thing, please. A
million saves.
As long as you don't do 9 wounds, you can do 8 wounds to it, and it's still 100% effective. Do 8 wounds, just don't do 9.
But you wonder when I don't mean we don't want to talk too much about.
And it was so basically.
But you wonder how much playtesting
I don't know, but basically there was so little skill in it. It was just like, here you go, shoot that. Oh, you tried, you did, and he fired everything he had in it, and it's like, you didn't kill it, now I'm going to kill everything of yours. It's like, whatever. I mean, it's a shame because, but on the that's the negative, but on the plus side, it can look lovely. I've worked on the scenery, and it all looks nice, and you certainly can have a fun game of it. It's just like, it was like playing on easy mode, It was just like, You ever play a game? I like in a computer game. I like to play it. Well, I don't play computer games often now, but I like to play them on hard difficulty settings. That's my fun. Like if you gave me difficulty settings, I would go the hardest one.
Well, not the Super Iron Man.
Well, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. But I would go okay, if it was beginner, normal, medium, expert, I'd play expert and not extreme. Yeah, so when I play Warhammer, when I play Total War, I'm always on like a hard difficulty setting. And that's how I like. So, but this playing Warhammer, it just felt like easy mode. I was literally, I mean, maybe it's a mismatch.
People like that. Yeah. No, seriously, some people like the fact that you can just pick something up, and as long as you build the right thing and get the right matchup, you don't really have to think about or do anything. You can't lose a game if you try.
The game was fast. It was quick. I
can't lose it.
Because there was I think after turn 3 or 4, I'd done enough, and I could have just turned my army around and ran away from him, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
But I didn't. I pushed on. I tabled him. Admittedly, I need
a game where you're tabling somebody is just like miserable.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad.
It's not your fault, but it's just the game shouldn't be designed that way. That stuff is so unbalanced that one army can completely table
when it's meant to be the same points level.
Yeah. You might end up losing on. Like you've lost 60%, you've lost 40%.
Exactly. Yeah.
But to table
to wipe someone out is just like basically bad game design. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah.
Or there has to be like a differential of skill level that's off the chart. Like you're a Jedi, and this person's like, this is their first day on Earth.
Yeah. I guess so. But it's like anyway. So that was that.
But in War Master, you couldn't do that. I remember Jeff. Did he have 5 dragons? 4 dragons?
He did try a 5 dragon list. Yeah.
It was dog shit.
It was terrible.
But it looked great.
Yeah, it looked good. But it's like,
I'm running around with my
just like terrible. It's just like, that ain't going to work.
It really didn't work.
As soon as you roll a set of bad dice, done.
But
my point is it's just like, oh my god, War Master has none of this, or very little of it. It's in compared like the problems that of a game system. It's just like
there are, there are issues with the game, of course. It's never a perfect game.
Yeah, there are definitely things that if I was designing it from fresh, I would have changed or left out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's a game. It's like I would say it's probably 90%. Yeah, 90%.
Which is, I think, as good as you learn.
You don't get bored of playing it because the dice. I mean, one of the biggest skills on a tangent in War Master is learning not to get tilted by dice.
Yeah.
You can have horrendous dice for turn after, and then the dice change. Suddenly you're rubber lancing, and I'm not, and you end up winning the game. You just got to stay in it.
You just got to hang in there.
Stay in it.
Exactly. Like people when they focus on their bad. I've only known one gamer to be truly unlucky.
Well, he wasn't unlucky, but he would tell you.
No.
The Don.
You're thinking of someone else.
The Don, not the Don.
No, I'm Andy. He hasn't seen him in years, but he was unlucky, like really unlucky. Anyway, people fixate on. They never see the roll. Oh, I needed a 10 to make that command roll, and I rolled a double 1. They don't see that as luck. They see it as they always think, oh, I didn't make that 4 when I needed it. Like they never see the early stuff where they pass these rolls. Basically no one. Yeah.
Maybe one thing is I would say if we're talking about like passing on knowledge is don't make too many command checks.
No, try to do little. Yeah. And if you've got initiative, do it on initiative.
Yeah. Don't
use initiative.
And also don't be afraid of doing stuff like need a 6. Yeah. Just push it. What's the worst that can happen?
That's worse.
You need like a 7 and then a 6.
Yeah, it's like, and
I go to 5.
And ultimately, is you're obviously going to build an army and you're going to set it up a certain way in your mind. It's how you built the brigades. But don't be scared to change that to the situation to redo it. Yeah, you don't have to put your Chaos Knights together. No. To mix it up if the worst thing you can do, always you can do is take your best things and just send it into the enemy, make them fight them. Even if it's an unfavourable situation, if it's your best stuff, it'll go down hard.
So when you've got that thing where knights are 2 orders apart and nobody wants to commit, so they kind of hover like 50, 60 apart. Just do it. If it goes wrong, as long as you've got, you're not committing all of it. You commit like half of it and half of it in reserve. Yeah. Even if it goes wrong, you've still got a counter punch.
Exactly.
And if you've got to gamble, it really rewards aggressive play. War Master, I definitely believe that.
Yeah, well, and then it should. Yeah, you've got to get out there and win the game.
If you think about you've got like High Elf Spearmen, I've got High Elf Spearmen. Unless there's some defending.
Yeah. Who charges first has the advantage.
Wins.
Yeah.
You got that. Yeah.
All things being equal.
Yeah. So you want to be aggressive.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah. Okay. What we on?
News that was pretty much it. So Essex
Dragon Ogres for 200. No, it's too cheap.
Essex GT.
They've got a lot of stat, haven't they? Dragon Ogres. Do they bring terror?
They're immune to terror.
Okay. And they've got a lot of attacks.
Yeah, they do 21 dice on the charge, don't they? I think.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. Essex, so we're going to go through the Essex GT 24.
That's nice.
Basically, the list. I don't know if it'll be every list, but I've got most of them here.
Well, you were the TO, so
no,
you've not got them. That's the TO.
You don't want me recording me going in, but I did say.
That's the TO.
Oh, fuck off. Right, okay. So, in no particular order.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the ones that won first, then, or you got to?
Well, do you want to?
We'll keep them to the end.
Okay, yeah.
Just do random ones first.
Yeah, just as they come up. Like, do you know? I mean, on the last episode, did we talk about the rankings where people finished? Yeah, we did. I bought my laptop in case.
Janna's lost on clock.
Yeah. So the person who submitted their list first, and that's just how this is going to go in. Paul Godbold played Beastman, and he had a Beast Lord, a Wargore with Sword of Fate, 2 Bray Shaman, 1 with a Scroll of Dispelling, 4 Gore, 4 Ungore, 4 Bestigors, 2 Dragon Ogres, 2 Dragon Ogre Shagoffs, and a Chaos Spawn. So only a breakpoint. So a Beastman army with only breakpoint 9. So very.
He's gone big, hasn't he?
Very monster heavy.
He's gone big.
2 units of Dragon Ogres. People, if they're going to use them, use 1. 2 Dragon Ogre Shagoffs is rare.
They're like well-behaved giants.
So between those 4 things, he's spent 780 points.
The 2 Dragon Ogres, 2 Shagoths, and a Spawn. Not a lot of stands either, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, if I'm being critical, that isn't a big enough Beastman army. Breakpoint's too low.
So he's got some ambushers. He's got 4 best. Who are the? It is Bestigals, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Saurus.
Yes.
It's funny. You never see anybody take less than 4. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, as we go through this thing, we can put. It'd be interesting, obviously, when I'm mind, what are the magic items that people take?
He's got quite a lot of command for that army, hasn't he?
Well, if he's going to try ambushing, he does. I mean, 5 characters, 2 of them wizards.
Is it 4?
No. So 4 characters, 2 of them wizards. I wouldn't say it's a lot.
Yeah, but it's all 8s, 9, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's no 7s.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small army with quite. Interesting.
Okay, so
Beastmen have never floated my boat.
There's a good range of them out now, isn't there?
I'm not talking about what they look like. It's just even all through their incarnations. There's been loads of incarnations.
They're just like the ginger stepchild, aren't they? They always get a kick in. They never win, do they? Because
they never won them.
No. As in, like in the fluff, they never win. They never win anything.
Are they?
Well, children of chaos, aren't they? Like
they're not really children, are they? Just like
that's what their classic thing.
Animals of chaos. Yeah, it's like goats and
men and beasts, beastmen. So, Tom Morrison, the best name in War Master. He played Norse.
Tom Morrison, not Jim Morrison.
No, I like because anyway, John Morrison was a really good wrestler.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody was saying that Trump's entire raison d'être or whatever in this latest campaign comes from WWE.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He played a character. He was in WWE.
Was he?
Yeah, he
was grabbing him by the pussy and all this.
He was himself. But they put him in he was in a WrestleMania story.
Really?
Yeah. Battle of the Bunny Bears. Yeah. Because it's good TV. It's good.
When he does that talking, you can almost imagine he moves in it.
Yeah, but he was really good. Vince McMahon plays a version of himself. Basically, Trump played a version of himself. Yeah. So Trump's self-aware enough to take the piss out of himself.
Who was that? Who's the thing? I am a real American.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Was that Hulk Hogan? Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. He was at his rally.
I can imagine. Yeah.
He was. Didn't you see?
No.
So the big.
How old does he know? Did he try and rip his shirt and couldn't?
Well, he ripped that bit off, and he had Trump's "Make America Great Again."
I can't rip it because somebody ripped my shirt.
Oh, he's still roided.
Come on,
he's still
man.
roids. Yeah, definitely.
He must be 80 now, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan?
He must
over
be.
60. Over 60.
I reckon 80.
No. Well, if we could fact check that,
fact check it.
So Tom Morrison, he played Norse, and he had a Jarl with a Helm of Dominion. Ooh, that makes me wonder what that is.
Yeah, I took it, so I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, hero, that's Weirkind and a Sword of Might. 2 Shaman, one that's been Weirkin, and one with a Horn of Resounding.
So Weirkin, is that basically Black Coach?
Yes, I think so. Terror,
plus
cheap terror. Then 4 Bondsmen, 2 Huskarls, 3 Huntsmen, 1 Berserkers, 1 Uthrun, 2 Cavalry, 1 Storm Giant, 1 War Mammoth, and 2 Valkyries. So he needs the Horn of Resounding to get the Valkyries. Yeah.
We allowed 2 Valkyries now.
Yes, and
I thought there was something about a break in the day.
It was back in the day, yes. But they had really weird rules for it wasn't they're far more simpler nowadays. And Breakpoint 9 as well. Norse. There you go. Norse. I wouldn't say. Well, pretty standard list by the looks of meter there.
So the thing that drew everybody, including myself, cheesy bastard, Huskarls.
Yeah. He's just taken 2 of them, so he's probably hindered himself by not taking as many Huskarls as he could. Yeah.
Well, no, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Because they were 90,
they were 90,
and then they went to 100,
yeah,
and then they went to 110, and it's like
because they need to be. Yeah.
Well. Maybe. We often have a discussion about whether an army's signature unit.
Yes,
should have the discount.
I think it should. I think their signature unit, the thing that you are cored to take, and maybe you can even limit it to just the core that you have to take. So Empire would be halberdiers and crossbowmen.
We can't have both.
No, but they are. But they in their core. So you could say that the units that you take as a core are 5 points cheaper while they're that core minimum. I think they should. Yeah, because it would encourage then people to use. Well, not maybe. I think in general, they should be 5 points cheaper. Yeah. The minimum amount of points in the game is 5 points.
Okay.
So your Orc warriors in an Orc list should be 5 points cheaper.
Okay. Well, to keep the game simple, what you do is you just take that points off the general.
Yes.
So if you got to take 4 halberdiers, 4 crossbowmen.
Yeah.
So what's that? 8 lots of 5. So you take 40 points off the general.
So what if you took then more halberdiers?
You're not getting a discount, are you? You said it was only for the one.
Oh no, I think for it to work, then it should be it should be a discount for them all the time.
On everything?
Yes. So
you've got to be careful.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Yeah,
because when the stuff's cheap anyway, when you've got so I don't know, goboblins or fucking
definitely
skeletons.
But all of that core stuff, that is what the army is. So an orc and goblin list is orc warriors. Yeah.
What would your chaos be?
Chaos warriors and marauders.
You can't have both.
But they are. But
you have to pick
you
one.
wouldn't. You still in 5 points cheaper chaos warriors. You wouldn't spam loads of chaos warriors.
You still could.
But you could do marauders, and they are meant to be hordes of chaos.
I think you can only have one. I think there can be only one.
Okay.
Because what would you do for high elves? Anyway, no.
Spearmen and archers.
I think 2's too many.
All right.
But I think this one is a classic example as well. Yeah. Or maybe just sound shit again. You could have, if you got 2 entries, you get 5 points each. If you got 1, you get 10 points off that.
Sure.
So like Huskarls.
Some way of making the core stuff cheaper.
Some way of making Huskarls less than 110 is what I think.
But they're not core, are they? Huskarls.
Well, I'm only interested in playing that army for Huskarls. It'd be like you'd be telling me beast, or what's it? Lizardmen don't count Saurus, they count skinks. I don't give a shit how cheap skinks are. I don't want them anyway.
Never use them.
You're giving me for free. I still don't fucking want them.
All right.
Anyway, so it's an interesting discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But just we don't talk. I don't talk shit enough, Sam.
Okay. Sam Westwood went Lizardman, and he's gone for a Slan Mage Palanquin. So
you won Best Painted.
He did. Yeah, it was beautiful. 3 skink heroes, 2 skink shaman, one with scroll of dispelling and one with a wand of power, so scroll of dispelling again. 4 Saurus, 4 skinks, 6 Saurus, one with a sword of might, one with a sword of fate. 3 Cold One riders, 2 Croxigor, 1 Terragon, and 1 Stegodon. So obviously there, you could say that he's taken a Stegodon where he doesn't need to, so he could have included more Cold One riders.
I think it's quite hard not to take 4 Cold Ones. Because you're only allowed 4.
He's got a very nice core of 6 Saurus.
Yeah.
And obviously he's made up some points there with the 15 points there to even out the list. That again, so far another Breakpoint 9 army. So far 3 out of 3.
So that list there, I mean, he's got really beefy brigades of 1 Croxigor across the front with 3 Saurus behind them. That is some beef there. Mm-hmm. And
no Saurus heroes at all.
That's because he's taking Steggy.
Yeah.
Steggy, there's 225, even with his discount, he's still
expensive.
But you can't have him dominate games, so he's got to be that kind of price. If you start talking about bringing him down to 200, that's a lot of points. That's a lot. Yeah. He's got like 12 attacks on the charge with 4 up armour and 10
big bastard.
He's a big bastard.
Big
and terror. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for me to not love Lizardman lists.
Yeah,
so.
And this was the best painted. So Rob Jones went for Bretonia.
I didn't know we had a Bretonia.
Oh, he did. Yeah, a general with 2 heroes, one on a Pegasus and one with a Sword of Fate. 2 enchantresses, one with a Scroll of Spelling, yet again. One with a unicorn.
What is your beef with...
No, I'm just saying.
It's only you that doesn't take it.
Because I don't... Because why would you need it?
Because somebody has a 6-up spell and brings a ring.
Yeah.
And then, here's a fucking fen beast.
I guess because I've been playing Skaven a lot, and that assumes that I care about my stuff. So 2 men-at-arms, 2 squires, 5 knights, 8 peasants, Jesus. 2 bowmen, 2 Grail knights, and 2 Pegasus knights. Obviously, Bretonia break, that makes it 5. So it's not the normal kind of break because there's only 9 scoring units. They're clearly 8 peasants. Like he spent 240 in peasants.
They are rubbish.
I wonder if they did anything in any of his games.
It was funny. They used to have access to the Grail, which made them not great.
They still do that.
Yeah, but it's too expensive now to even contemplate because now unless it touched everybody, unless it affected the whole field.
The Grail.
The fact you got to touch it, and it's like how many? No. You're just turning rubbish into slightly less rubbish for a load of points.
This terrible thing. Is a little better.
Costs a load more. It's like adding what's the salamanders to skinks. It's like no chance. No way.
Don't need that. That's cool. I didn't play it. I could play against it. I would have liked to have played against that. There'd have been lots of death. But
lots of peasants dying. Lovely dirt over here. Lovely dirt.
Some lovely dirt. Right, so Graham Maynard, and this was also doubled up because 2 people, Vince also took exactly the same Vampire Counts list.
Were they the people that came together?
Yes, they do, yeah, and they played the same army. So this was Vampire Counts.
Well, that must be a nice mirror match when they play it to test.
I guess they figure that it's like, this is as good as this list can get.
Okay.
So 4 skeletons, 4 zombies, 1 ghoul, 1 graveguard, only one graveguard, 8 knights, there you go, 4 direwolves, 1 fellbats, a vampire lord with 2 vampires, 2 necromancers, an orb of majesty, a black coach, a ring of magic, and a scroll of dispelling again. So there's your ring of magic. So it's breakpoint 12. Here they've only taken. It's interesting only taken 1 unit of graveguard, but it's the 8 knights is where they sunk the points there. 8 black knights, 880 points in black knights.
It's good, but I've tried this. I tried this. Was it 11 silver helms?
Yeah.
If you get the wrong matchup, like you're on a table full of woods, you ain't getting in there.
Because
I think Janus killed them all as well. All those 8 knights.
Because so much has gone into heavy cavalry. There really isn't any punch anywhere else. So
what punch?
As in away from the knights.
So say I'm not saying because Scenarios didn't. But say you had to go into an area of wood and dig something out because there's an objective there.
Yeah.
What are you going to use? Zombies. Skeletons. One unit of ghouls.
But it's
like
what could be that army is a piece of wood. A piece of
scenery.
A piece of scenery in the right place. Yeah.
Just lots of defended scenery.
Yeah. That can smash that list. But they obviously did well because it was Graham that won the event.
He did.
Then Lee Hunt took an orc list.
Orcs. Everybody loves orcs.
Orc general with crown of command. Nice. On a chariot. 2 orc heroes, 2 orc shaman, 1 of power, 1 of repetition, 2 goblin shaman, 1's on a chariot. Random. That's a bit random.
What leadership are orc shaman? Are they 8?
7?
I thought.
There's
not much leadership here, is there?
4 orc warriors, 4 goblins, 2 black orcs, 1 with a sword of fate, 6 bull riders, and 4 wolf riders. So minimum on the infantry, with some black orcs for punch, and then heavy on the bull riders and wolf riders. 6 bull riders is strong. There's interesting no wyvern characters. People tend to run orcs and goblins. They tend to run lots of boars and 2 wyverns.
Yeah, that's what I think there was a guy that won Scotland with that, didn't he?
That's orcs and goblins hard, I would say.
But again, this is all table dependent. Yeah. If you get you're fighting on a Kursk or where it is, which is a big open field. Crack on.
Yeah, so now that I own or been given all this scenery, there will always be decent scenery on all my tables. So there you go. Yeah. Samuel took Chaos, called the Bloodforge. He took a General with a Sceptre of Sovereignty, 2 heroes, one on a Chaos Dragon, and a Sorcerer with a Scroll of Dispelling. Check that again, that's the most common thing, Scroll of Dispelling.
I'm sure it is.
3 Chaos Warriors, one with a Sword of Fate. Ooh, should he have had 4? No, they only have 1, isn't it? 1 and 2. 3 Chaos Marauders. Oh, I think his list is wrong. 3 Chaos, or is it 1 and 1?
I think it's 1.
Well, 3 Chaos Marauders, 2 Harpies, 4 Chaos Hounds, 2 Chaos Spawn, and 2 Chaos Knights.
I played as a TO, but I'm not sure it's not wrong. I played him, didn't I? That's Sam the Sun.
Ah, yes, they are.
He beat me, yeah.
And I played him as well. It's... I mean, Breakpoint 8, Chaos Warrior. He's not decided to... I mean, it's hard for Chaos to get a high break. It's really got to be done with the Marauders if you're going to do it. By taking a lot of them, because the hounds are capped, aren't they? You can't have unlimited hounds.
I think you can have one. I think you can have 8 or something.
I think 4 is the cap.
No, or do we bring it now?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll brought it down.
Yeah.
Because they were the original, weren't they?
Yes, they were. They were the original problem. Yeah. Like
30-point hounds.
Yeah, 30. Too many of them.
8 of them. It's like shit.
Hitting just as hard as knights in the flank. Yeah.
Yeah. He was the guy that based them the wrong way round. He had them based like infantry.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. You played him, didn't notice.
Yes, I didn't actually. There you go. Then we carry on and we get a Christopher, one of the Danes. He brought a Chaos Army that had a General, a Hero, and 2 Sorcerers. Scroll of Dispelling. There you go. Check it. So basically, take control of Scroll of Dispelling.
I've been saying this for you just can't have you can't have your pants down when they roll the Ring of Magic, that 6-up spell.
2 Chaos Warriors, 4 Chaos Marauders, 3 Chaos Hounds, 1 Harpy, 2 Chaos Spawn, 2 Chaos Knights, 1 with a Sword of Might, 1 Marauder Horseman, and 2 Ogres.
Nice.
I like that list.
Yeah.
I think
it's juicy.
Yeah, Breakpoint 9. I think that's a very nice done list. Could do with a Terror Causer, but the only Terror causing character is a dragon, which is expensive. I think it's good.
Terror doesn't work against everything anyway.
No, it's just there's very few combat modifiers, debuffs and buffs in Master, with a good reason.
But he does have the spawn, don't they cause terror?
They do cause terror, yes.
And they can join middle of units.
Yes, and they don't count to break.
To kind of make a bit of terror.
3+
make a bit of terror in there.
Yeah.
And
So Adam Palmer went for Dogs of War, and he's gone 4 pikemen, 4 crossbowmen.
Well, we solved the pikeman issue then.
Yes, we do. Yeah,
because instead of 12 pikemen,
1
back down to 4.
1 dwarves, 2 marauders, 2 light cavalry, 3 knights, 2 galloper guns, 1 birdman, a general, 2 heroes, 1 on a griffin with a Sword of Fate, 2 wizards, 1 with a Ring of Magic, 1 with Scroll of Spelling. That at Breakpoint 10. That's a good. I mean, it's very Empire by the looks of it. But
what's the Ring of Magic for? Has it got a movement spell? I don't play them.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, they've got the same spells as Empire. Yeah, but that's a very good Dogs of War list. As in, that's a well thought out Dogs of War list. That's my style. He's got some.
It's got a little bit of it. The smorgasbord.
You could say that he doesn't need the Marauders. He could put the points somewhere else because what are the Marauders doing that the other infantry isn't doing when he's got an ogre or a dwarf
or pikeman?
Yeah, or pikeman. But it's cool. It's like he's playing. The point of Dogs of War is that they are a bit of everything.
They are a bit of everything. Yeah. I've never ever got.
Has it gone for a paymaster? Yeah, that's the difference.
I've never got the Galloper guns to do enough to justify because the range of 40 is really
movement
not
20,
enough.
range 40. Yeah.
You get one shot off and then shit's on you.
Yeah.
Whereas like the range 60 means you can keep stuff
2 orders away.
Yeah, and it feels a lot safer being 60 away than 40.
Yeah. 60 across the table seems far. 40 ain't that far.
40's like, infantry can get there with 2 orders.
They really can. Then we carry on. Thorbjorn with his Araby, the other Dane. I played against this casually. He took 4 spearmen, 4 bowmen, 3 knights, 3 desert riders, 2 magic carpets, 2 elephants, 1 general and 2 heroes, 1 on an elephant and 1 with a Sword of Fate, 2 wizards, Scroll of Dispelling, and a Wand of Power. Breakpoint 9. Araby, 2 elephants, can't be wrong.
2 basically. Magic carpets.
Yeah, can't be wrong. No, that's I would say everybody's Araby list there.
I think I shoehorn an extra knight in, but that's probably because I don't take.
3 desert risers. You went 2, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, this.
That's very good.
If I would sell that as an Araby list, as in what you could buy. Oh, you want a 2,000 point Araby army? That's it.
There you go.
Yeah. Christopher Orr, Lizardman. He went with 4 Skinks, 6 Saurus, 4 Cold One Knights Riders, 2 Pterodons, 1 Stegodon, a Slam Mage on a Palanquin with a Scroll of Dispelling, Saurus Hero on a Carnosaur, 2 Skink Heroes and 2 Skink Shaman, Ring of Magic, Breakpoint 9. This is more your kind of
nice.
your
nice.
kind of
just the Steggy, he just can't pull his weight generally.
Yeah.
He didn't pull his weight.
No, he played against that, and he did not pull his weight. So we go over David Adair. He went for Wood Elves.
And it can be killed.
Yes.
Stegodon.
Yeah, of course.
It can be killed. Yeah, but surprisingly, because say you get a cannon. 2 cannons beaded on it.
Yep.
You might not kill it with wounds, but the dryback will kill it. Because it's only 20 centimetre movement.
Yeah, you're going to get 21.
What do you need? 7?
14, 6 dice. Yeah.
6 dice? That's hardly anything.
Average, yeah.
Cannons will do more than that.
They will, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable to cannon fire for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah, or missile fire.
And at the very least, you badly hurt it, and then it's ineffective.
You get a little spell that gives us 3 wounds, no armour save. That's another one. Another dryback, so it's gone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, the Wood Elves had for 4 Glade Guard and 2 Way Watchers, 8 Dryads, 6 Glade... 8 Dryads, 6 Glade Riders, 1 Warhawk Rider, a General, a Noble, and a Forest Dragon, 2 Spell Weavers, Scroll of Dispelling, Breakpoint 11 Wood Elves. 11. You wouldn't think that... Well, but where's he sunk his points? The Dryads.
Yeah.
He's got no Ogres, though. But, I mean, the wood stuff is really good in it, because you've got, like, Orcs, immune to Terror.
Yeah.
And you've got Ogres immune to Terror, and they're the same points. You've got a little bit of a negative for your General to command them.
Yeah.
But that's good stuff.
That is good, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, 6 Glade Riders is punchy. You know, and I love Way Watchers. I'd always include.
I think that aren't the Glade Riders the light cavalry version, like Reavers?
Yeah, the Reavers. Yeah. Range 30 bows. Yeah.
So I mean they're good.
They're very good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they, those kind of things like struggle with heavy cavalry, don't they? Because you might shoot a little bit on the way up, but you don't tend to do much. Even you're hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. So even if you
that's okay.
I could have read that. So even if you hit on 4s, wound on 4s.
Yep.
So even if I charge my knights into the middle of say I go and charge it into the middle of 9.
Yeah.
So you hit with 4.5, do 2 wounds, and then my knights just fucking eat you.
Yeah.
Because you've got no armour. 6 up armour.
No, you can't take a hit. You can't take anything. Yeah, like 3 hits each, 6 up armour.
It's like they're like eagles, aren't they? You don't want any eagles charged with anything.
No, the first fight they get into, they'll be ineffective afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think. That's my problem with them. There was a good time, when back in the olden days, where Reavers used to hit on 3s,
yeah,
and you could make a spell to get them to shoot again on 4s.
Yeah.
So you could really 3 units of those would put an unbelievable amount of hurt down if you didn't have high armour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But they just, I just don't. You can have a couple of units of them, but I think 6 is pushing it.
Okay, so Justin went with Dwarves, and he went with 6 Warriors, 1 with a Banner of Steadfastness, 2 Handgunners, 2 Rangers, 2 Troll Slayers, 2 Cannons, 2 Flame Cannons, a Gyrocopter, a General, and 2 Runesmith, 1 on an Anvil with a Scroll of Dispelling, Breakpoint 9. Again, that to me, I would package that as a Dwarf army.
Yeah, but I would say, from talking to him, he had about as much fun playing that list as I would.
Oh, okay.
Which is none.
That's Dwarves.
Well, the problem with Dwarves is, if you're playing pitch battle and you can castle up, and your opponent doesn't mind you castling up, and you don't mind playing that game on repeat forever, then that's Dwarves. Yeah. But if you've got to get out and contest and do scenario play and shit, well, this fucking stuff's just not made for it.
So we did include we didn't the Ranger can scout, can't they? Some of them can do that, like they can
like ambush.
Yeah.
But
do something.
Is it?
Something. Yeah, something.
So what are they going to do?
Yeah.
1 unit. It's like good to run. What do they do? They come up. What do they do?
Just kind of look at things. Yeah,
You don't have disposable units. You can't afford to just toss them away.
No, you can't. No.
So it's not like chucking it away. Yeah. So I find Dwarves completely frustrating to play. And the only other list was that what was it? The Engineers Guild, which was just leaning
we can't,
even more into it.
We can't go near that.
It was like
list.
This list is like I'm never moving.
Yeah.
And you're all going to die trying to come near me. But it's like dwarves. Even in the old world, dwarves are boring to play. I've got a dwarf army. I played it once. I've got this is really boring.
Yeah.
Because what can I do? Everything's moving like twice as fast as me.
Yeah.
I'm having to use magic to even make myself half as quick as you.
So this is the goats list. He went with Kislev this time, and he took 6 wing lancers with the sword of might. 6 wing lancers, but he had to include 6 swords of might to make the points correct for them because it wasn't updated on the army builder.
Oh, that's very generous of it. Very sporting. That's the right word.
It's very fair, isn't it?
Fair. I'm not sure the TO would have spotted it.
4 wouldn't have done. 4 horse archers, 2 Cossacks, 4 axemen, 2 war wagons, a general who's upgraded to Zarzina, that's the magician, with an orb of majesty, a hero with 2 shaman, one's upgraded to a Yoshin upgrade, scroll of dispelling, and a wand of power, breakpoint 9. Yeah, it's 6 wing lancers and it's 2 war wagons. That is what Kislev is. It's those war wagons. Those war wagons. Oh, those war wagons.
You couldn't give them a discount because you'd have to say wing lancers with a discount.
I like what they are and I like what their rules are, but they're so good. War wagons.
But without them, the list really doesn't do very much.
No, it's just some cavalry. It's cavalry, isn't it? Yeah. And they have
some medium cavalry as well, not even good. Not even top tier cavalry.
The wing lancers have 5 up armor now. They hit hard, but they got 5 up armor.
They're boar boys or something. Something similar.
I think let's have a look. Was there any others? Because there was obviously Jim's list, but that didn't go through. Mm-hmm. Is that all we're going to get to talk about?
So I've got mine. I've got mine.
I think it is. Yeah, let's go to you, Barry.
Okay, so I've got mine that I built with your list because I ran out of time in true me fashion.
True you fashion. I never had it in doubt.
So the only time I've ever tried to paint a War Master army in my entire life, I failed. I've still not given up on it.
That's a 0-1.
0. I will paint one before I die, maybe. So the list that I took with Paul's was 6 skelly-bobs, 6 zombies, 2 ghouls. I needed to.
You do need
they were all right. I don't need them. They were good. They were good. 4 Grave Guard, 4 Black Knights, 2 Direwolves, who are not great, are they?
Direwolves?
You'd rather have Chaos Hounds.
Yeah, but they're cheap.
So are Chaos Hounds.
Yeah, but well.
Because they're monsters, so you get 4 attacks on a charge.
Yeah, and then 2 on the turn. Yeah.
I'd rather have 4 attacks on the charge and 3 on defence like the Chaos Hounds.
Alright, well they're not Chaos Hounds, they're dead.
They're dead. They're dead, Jim. They're dead. Fellbats who are dog shit, unfortunately, when you bring in the can't land 1 second. These guys are really low tier flyers.
So they're just bats.
So I mean, unless you're just going to put them behind somebody else's line to be annoying, what else are you going to do with them?
Yeah, but like last time you were troubled by a bat, it just flew around there and just allowed people to say it's a bat. They're not killers, are they? Bats?
65 points of rubbish, but Vampire Lord with a Helm of Dominion, just to make up the points. Okay. Now, and I think I said this in the last episode. That gives him command 10 for 1 turn.
Because what does it do? +1 to command.
For 1 turn.
For 1 turn. Well, all his commands.
For 1 turn.
Yeah.
Until he fails.
Until he fails, yeah. Yeah, so
and you have to say at the beginning.
Yes, I am.
Of turn before anything.
Yeah, I'm going to use this. Yeah.
At the beginning of turn.
Yeah. So it's an item that the command 10 armies can't take because you can't make somebody command 11.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's like
somebody else took it.
Yeah. Somebody else did take it. Yeah, they did take it. They took it. I can't remember.
Norse, maybe.
Yeah. North. Yeah.
So the interesting thing about it is how expensive it is.
40 points
to get 1 turn of command 10.
Yeah. But that turn could win you the game.
It could. But if I was command 10, that turns every turn.
Well, you're not.
So when we talk about the true cost of command 10, how much would it be? Because we don't even play the game 6 turns.
No.
We play some games go 10 turns, 12 turns. How many turns there are? How much would it cost for a command 10 general from a command 9 general if you got it permanent? Well, it didn't go away just because you rolled an 11 or a 12 that turn.
As such as my general did.
It would be a lot. I mean, even that one is what, 70 or 75 or 80?
70.
70.
It used to be 100.
Used to be 100. Mm-hmm. So you made your general more expensive than a high-up general.
I did, yes. Yeah.
Was he as good?
No. No, he wasn't. Because he's got command range 20.
So the Norse player made his general more expensive than a wood elf and a dark elf general. And almost the same as a high elf general. Just for one turn.
Fucking high elves, man.
Dwarf. And more expensive than a dwarf. Yeah. The second most expensive general in the game. For one turn. So when we talk about leadership, I mean, one day we'll solve that. So we got 3 vampires, 1 black cook, because that's all you had, you bastard. 2 necromancers, ring of magic, But what was the list I was building? Now, I wasn't aware of the stupid fucking 1 centimetre all optional rules in play, else I wouldn't have brought the 2 failbacks. Okay, I wouldn't even fucking bother painting them.
Okay. Would you take a 1?
No, what's he going to do? What's the difference between 1 and 2?
Just gives you an option, doesn't it?
The option to not do what you want to do. If it was going to do what I wanted it to do, then yes, I'd take them. Right. But I'd spend 130 points on some ghouls. Probably. A couple of units of ghouls. Because they're going to do more than these bastard fellbats, probably, for my army.
Got initiative,
So 4 skeletons, 4 zombies, 8 graveguard. Because that's where it is.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Because where I struggle with this army is when you get against something that can fight, like Lisbon or whatever, and they get dug in. So a graveguard can fight.
Yes, they can. As good as you're going to have. Yeah.
Way better than Tomb Kings. Yeah. Tomb Kings, garbage.
Garbage infantry.
Garbage infantry. 4 black knights, 2 direwolves, 2 fellbats, vampire lords, ring of magic, obviously. 3 vampires, 2 black coaches, obviously. Obs. 2 necromancers and scroll of dispelling, of course. Break 12. Yeah. Which is 1 less than the break I took.
Yep.
But obviously we got more
tools. So
you
compromise with what you had,
Yeah, we got 8. We had 4 graveguard. I'd take 8. Yeah. I would fire off both fellbats if the optional rules in. Because even the good flyers struggle with that optional rule. Because what exactly can flyers achieve if they're not going behind shit?
Charging something's flank, isn't it? From a long distance away. From 60 away.
Yes, you could if you can line it up.
Yes.
So they're like Chaos Hounds, but more manoeuvrable.
Yes.
Well, we've restricted their movement now to like 60.
60 charge, which is still...
It's still a lot, but the fellbats have that stupid kind of wrong-facing base.
They still get 3 stands against 1...
Only cavalry.
I suppose only cavalry. Yeah, then the bats charge the flank of cavalry then. That's what their job is.
Oh, brilliant. And hope they don't rub them lance.
Yeah, they don't. Like, what do you want from them?
Nothing.
Bats.
I expect nothing. So the big problem is that the short-facing ones, so like pterodons or eagles or whatever, can, against lighter infantry, go into the flank of a brigade.
Yep.
And expect to not take too much damage and may even win a few rounds.
Maybe. Yeah.
Whereas the stupid long base ones, if they go into the side of a brigade, they're likely to lose. Because you're only going to get 2 stands in and you've got 4 stands fighting back.
Yeah.
So unless I'm finding some cavalry that are in line and exposing a flank, like
so
like
when that snowflake turns up, you can do it.
Yeah. Or I could just use some of my own hounds.
All right.
So anyway, it's what I'm trying to say. You make a special rule that's an optional rule, and if that rule becomes part of the game, whether or not it goes into the actual rules, because it's not, as far as I know, it's an optional rule.
Yes.
That Alice put in.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
In the rule book. But if you use the optional rule, it changes the way you build your list because some stuff has no utility left, very, very limited utility. Very limited utility, in my opinion.
Yep.
Right, so that's my list done. It was a good event.
Yes, it was. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I didn't like all the randomness, I'm a small C conservative.
Small, you bloody are, aren't you?
I'm definitely not a big C conservative. Definitely not.
Most interesting bit today is like obviously me talking about my Skaven list. So,
you're going to Warfer?
Yeah. So obviously for me to talk about my list, I'll have to explain what the list is.
Okay. Do you want to show any of this shit behind you?
Yeah, sure.
Because we've got about I don't know what time we've got left. How can I see? Why is there no timer on there?
You can hold that up.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go and look at the time while Paul starts talking.
Okay. So
there's no timer on there. That's useful.
Yeah, my point of doing what I'm doing is so when it comes around to the next voting window for the War Master Rules Committee, I want evidence. The things I'm going to be pushing in as votes, I'll be putting them. Okay, I've got some evidence, games behind them.
What evidence?
What I've games with them? Yeah, like
what? What was the evidence then?
Games played with this list.
Have you written some evidence?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's handy to know.
Yeah. So it's like
it's not just.
What?
Trust me, I'm an Englishman. My word is my bond. My word is my bond.
So, and I'm trying to I'm trying to make this gaming list not try to make it just better, but make it more Skaven. Like as in what I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to get its theme into it. Yeah, and try.
Dark Elf rule. Everybody's going to kill themselves, are they?
Okay, right. And that's my point is, there's a reason they're like that.
I was going to say, do these come as a threesome?
Because that's the base for this. That stands on top of that, and that's because the profile of a Screaming Bell is that in this list.
And it's got to be carried by something. It's not moving itself.
No, it can't move by itself. Yeah,
because who's pushing it? The rats.
The units that are next to it. Yeah,
the rats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just put a bit of cardboard on the bottom there because it would be permanently like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And this is what I've managed to paint so far. Like they're 3D printed models. Some of the sculpts are cleaner than others of like how they've been printed. There are some, but when you look at it, that's really with 3D printing. Like in terms of War Master, is just like the cleaner sculpts kind of blend into the less clean ones and less sharp ones because you're just seen at distance. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue I had with 3D printing War Master was that sometimes the feet got lost. They kind of disappeared. You can't see a feet.
You can't see the feet. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Because the feet were too thin or they just didn't print nicely.
Exactly. Like the cleaner sculpts, the cleaner casts, you can see the feet are there, but you can't see them when the models are based anyway.
No.
So that is the army, but what's left to paint is
the whole army?
No, what's left to paint is the 9 units of clan rats.
I was going to say, because this is a small Skaven army.
No,
you'd be in trouble trying to fight with it.
I'm going to lose. It's mostly Anklo miniature sculpts.
Okay.
They are. Though I think Forest Dragon is doing Skaven, or somebody else is doing a range of Skaven, like green something or something. Yeah, green scale miniatures or something like that. So it's cool. It's like.
So have you done like contrasting in a wash or something on these?
So I've because I'm up against a deadline because Warfare wants a fully painted army.
Nice.
And just fair play. Like I am using my skill of army painting to
dipping. Are you dipping?
No, I'm not dipping. So what it is the models get sprayed silver, then the whole model gets done rattling grime, which is now my favourite paint, rattling grime, because that gives this dirty metal look that doesn't need anything else done to it. Certainly, it's great for your Skaven, your Orcs and Goblins. Anybody that wouldn't clean their equipment wouldn't care about it.
British Army.
So the whole model's done that. Then that does the metal straight away.
Right.
Then you paint everything but the skin. The browns and the reds and whatever colours you're doing it. Then the whole model gets a wash of Agrat's Earthshade.
Yeah.
Then it's just the skin afterwards, which I have done one highlight on the skin because I felt it did actually need it. And that's literally the only thing I'm highlighting is the skin.
Right.
So you could make the skin lighter with.
So is that what was that thing you were using on the metals? Is that not like
rattling grime? It's a contrast paint.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it looks like it's been dipped.
No, it looks like it, but it's not. It's not dipped.
Okay.
Honestly, it's my favourite paint now. It just gives you that dirty metal look. Like you used to do metal like lead belcher, then shade it with non oil. Well, rattling grime's better.
Oh.
And it just. It just makes grimy looking.
So do you want to talk about what it is that's different?
Yes. Okay. So we'll do that next. So this list has come from. So a guy has posted it on the experimental forum.
Right.
I've seen it. I've taken it.
Stolen it.
Yeah, I've stolen it. I've made some changes because I know there are some things that wouldn't get past the committee, for example, like his ideas. So it's like I've looked at it from how can I try to get this past the committee?
I like this.
Yeah, because I know some things won't get past.
Well, that's good. You're already self-censoring.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, it's a good idea, but
I'm going to burn all my bridges trying to get this this madness through, so let's not do this.
Well, like, because also I'm going to be limited to, 2 mages and 4 minors?
Well, none of that. That's very good.
Oh, yeah,
They're not the answers, but the list will be... Is it a new list?
It obviously, it takes the Skaven list and it makes changes.
Well, so it's either a new list...
What do you mean? What do you define as new list? Amended? Well, what do you mean?
Well, I think you might need some help getting all your changes through.
No, I'm not.
If there's more than 4.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting them all.
Well, you don't want to get to. You can only.
Yeah, I know. I can only. Yeah. So
I think Ian's relatively good at drumming up support for.
Yeah, no, I'll
when
do.
he needs more than 3,
I do my best. But what I will be is when I'll have the credibility to say I've played.
Credibility.
No, as in I've played this list a lot now. But when it comes to the voting time,
so where's the interesting stuff? Where's the new stuff?
Well, let me tell you.
Well, go on then.
Okay, so Clan Rat's exactly the same.
I know nothing about this list.
Okay, so Clan Rat's exactly the same. So his original design is he dropped the Storm Vermin. They were deleted as an unit entry because he felt that there wasn't much of a difference between Clan Rats and Storm Vermin.
One attack.
No, in terms of fluff wise. But I know that the Warmaster Rules Committee will never agree to delete a unit because that will be invalidating somebody's collection.
That's true.
Yeah, so they'll never do it. So it's
you'd have to have a good reason, wouldn't you?
No, but the committee's never deleted a unit off a army list.
No, but they have done things that have I think something. Was it Centaurs changed orientation or something? Yeah, really mad.
Yeah, but they didn't. But people,
you still had to fucking rebase it.
Yeah, well, there's that thing. That was as extreme as they'll get.
Yeah, I think it would be quite. Although we did boot out some army lists, so
some army lists.
You could shove your fucking
but they
engineer's balloon.
But they never.
Your Forge World. Dwarf engineer balloon.
But the committee's never going to say, okay, that unit doesn't exist anymore.
It did.
No, that's army lists.
Not the dwarf fucking engineer balloon thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Forge World thing. It was. You could pay as much as you want. You're not using it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've obviously put Stormwind back into it as they were.
Yeah, cool.
Giselle's. That's so.
Hang on a minute. How many fucking entries are there on this list?
What?
Unit entries. You know what? I also got 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Well, you might need to rethink that.
12.
Hang on a minute. You can't just have everything.
So hang on. I'm just going to pull up the list as it is, so just so I can make sure I'm 100% correct.
I think Wood Elves were pushing it. Maybe they got 10. And I think that's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're talking about not character mounts or anything. Actual units.
Yeah. So Giselle's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 14. Did you say
12?
12. Also, they just. so that's at 9.
So there's 9. Yeah.
So you're adding 3 more complete units.
Well, let me talk. Let me go. So Giselle's changed from in the current Skaven list they have 3 combat attacks and 1 shooting attack. That's dropped to 2 combat attacks and 1 shooting attack.
Why?
Because Giselle's ain't that strong in combat.
What's the point of taking them then? They were already fucking rubbish.
Well, then it's not a problem. Then it's not all these changes. All these changes make things better.
If you take something that's shit and make it shitter.
Yeah, so it's cheaper. Obviously, it's less points. Because,
is it?
Yeah, it's
how many?
Well, 70 points in the original list, 60 points in this list.
Well, to lose an attack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you want. I mean,
plague monks are the same. Rat swarms. So this is my big change. So rat swarms are the same, except that their maximum is 2. So the minimum is 2, their maximum is 2. So you got in a 2,000 point army, you get 4 units of giant.
But were they unlimited?
Rat swarms. They were unlimited before.
But what if somebody had a load of them?
Well, there you go. They can't have everything, can you?
Well, you can have more.
Yeah, because
they don't count for break now. Oh, what a load of bollocks!
They don't count for break.
Why just them? Don't count for break. Because why do goblins count for break in an orc army? You're telling me an orc loses sleep?
Yeah, because goblins are sentient. So goblins can interact. Goblins are cleverer than the orcs.
The orc boss is not gonna rank his army because half a dozen units of fucking goblins are dead. They'll be celebrating. There's left to feed. The plenty more fucking goblins where those bastards came from.
Yeah, but at least they can have a conversation with the goblins.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. You guys see, that's the point. You got. It was like the decision to give Nippon a bonus fucking break. Why Nippon? Why not elves or whoever?
Anyway,
the same thing here. There is nothing apart from Bretonian shit that is free in the game. I believe.
Yes.
Not apart from Raised Dead. And Raised Dead.
Is any other army
I
doing
don't
that?
think so.
Bretonians are unique, aren't they?
Yeah. Like the raid, and that's only because of the way the break's built, not because the stuff's disposable. Because lots of them, like ogres, don't give a fuck about grots or whatever they're called.
Nobblers,
whatever the fuck they're called. They don't care about it.
I get it. Okay, so like, so this is where the gaming comes into it in terms of like what rat swarms were, and what they are. Making them not count towards break gives them a role.
What role?
Of being expendable.
Everything's expendable.
What?
Everything's expendable.
Yeah, properly expendable in a Skaven. Like, in the old Skaven, in the current Skaven list, you take these rat swarms because you've got to take 4. You wouldn't take any more, and you're stuck with them, and they die really easily and give a breakaway. Yeah.
But you could say that the same again about anything.
Yes, you could. But in my eyes, and I like to think I know Skaven fluff, Skaven don't like recruit these rat swarms or train these rat swarms. They just are there because they're Skaven. Right?
You think the orc goes out and recruits goblins?
Yeah, but they at least get together in mobs and interact, don't they?
The goblins just come begging for scraps and not getting squashed.
Don't eat me, boss.
And occasionally they're allowed to fight and die.
Anyway, I don't know is points wise. I don't know if the points need to change because they're obviously limited the maximum of them. It's hard to know.
But
those points
I kind of understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
but I don't know what the point of it is.
To give them a role.
But
and it also
the role is to die.
Yeah, but also it gives Skaven who don't have cavalry a chance to stand up to cavalry. Because the rat swarms are in front, the cavalry comes in, smashes the rat swarms, and then they can advance onto the giant. It limits what the cavalry can exploit on the Skaven.
But I think the disruption rule gets rid of that as well. Because if you destroy them in the first turn, you can have a full charge.
but they're not destroying things that count as break and then advancing into more stuff that counts as break. It does help Skaven. It does help. So you because it gives them a defensive thing because they can't get the charge in first against cavalry. They can't do it.
We can.
You have to get lucky.
Well, you get terrain.
Yeah, I know. But Skaven are really it's really hard for Skaven to interact with scenery because their thing is all sticking together. Anyway, then
why not make them free?
No, you can't do that.
Why?
Look, what? Well, then that wouldn't work. Yeah.
It's basically Raised Dead. It's basically how they're working.
So gutter runners exactly the same. Weapon teams. This is a new thing.
Weapon team.
So
not Giselles.
No. So Giselles are a ranged unit.
Right.
Weapon teams are these guys.
Not warp lighting cannons.
No. So weapon team rattling guns, warp fire throwers, that kind of stuff.
My God.
They're a.
Did you run this by the TO?
Yeah, yes, it did. Yeah. So a weapon team is infantry. It's got 1 attack, 3 shooting attacks. It's got 3 hits. It's got 6 up armor. It's got 1 stand, and it's 30 points. And the most you can have minimum none, maximum 2. So the most you can have is 4.
What's the special rule?
Special rule is they are range 15, and they are skirmishers. So they have the rule of Empire skirmishers. So they attach to gutter runners. Sorry. They attach to clan rats, and they are a skirmisher stand for them. So
they could go storm vermin in your list?
No, they could not. It's because that would make them too good. So they can only go with clan rats. Thematically, they would be with storm vermin.
Of course they would.
But that can't happen because.
So why have they got armour if they're skirmishers?
Because clan rats have armour. Clan rats have 6 up.
I thought they'd take the armour of the unit.
Yes, clan rats, and they have a 6 up armour.
So I don't think skirmishers have armour.
Skirmishers have the armour save
of whatever they
join or whatever they join.
Okay, carry on.
So. But obviously, thematically, they would be with storm vermin, but that can't happen because that makes storm vermin too good. So rat ogres the same, warp lightning cannons the same, doom wheels the same. So the infernals, basically the rules for the screaming bell is exactly the same, except that it's based on that.
That's a bit bigger.
That's his profile. So originally he did have rules for a different device, but that's gone out the window. Like,
Okay.
because so it's just the screaming bell, and that's the only change. Is how it's based, and that is important because that does make it at least a usable piece.
Well, it was always usable.
Yeah, but that is a better profile. That is a better base size.
I mean, it touches more shit.
No. It's not about that. It's about how it is in this Skaven army. And how it
because it's still moved by stuff that touches
it's still moved by other stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like how it's built around other brigades. It's a subtle buff to it.
Okay.
Then your Hell Pit Abomination. That's a new thing. That's a monster, and that's a straight profile of there were somewhere else in the game.
Right.
It's a monster with 6 attacks, 4 hits, and 4+ armor, and 9 is.
What's the infernal device?
That's the screaming bell.
Why is it not called a screaming bell?
Well, you should actually. It would be called a screaming bell. Yeah.
Well, because that's what it is.
Yeah. So give me a pen. It's a screaming bell.
No, sir.
Hellbit. Yeah. So Hellbit Abomination is exactly the same profile.
So why is that? And why is that needed?
I guess it's not, but it's just.
Well, there you go. Now you're starting to do it.
No.
If you get it, if you start to get it to 10.
Yeah. So if something had to go, that would be something.
If you get it to 10, then it's got a puncher's chance.
Okay. So I guess this was some. This is some. This of the votes that I would have.
Let me have a look. How many are wood elves? Because that's the ceiling. That's the fucking ceiling.
The index is up front.
Yeah, of course it is. It's not in alphabetical, is it? So.
No, I wish it was.
So is everybody. Right, so wood elves. I wonder how much time we got left on the 67 on the. So carry on, sir.
Greyseer is the same. Heroes the same. Warlocks engineers the same. They get a Rat Ogre. So this is where they get 2 mounts. So this list, the original list, doesn't have any mounts for hit characters. But they get 2 mounts. They get a Rat Ogre, which is a +1 attack for 10 points. That's across lots of things.
But that's it.
Yeah, it's just like there's lots of.
It's a fucking sword.
Yeah,
but
lots of armies.
Why are you even worried about putting it in? It's a fucking sword.
Just gives them something, doesn't
Give
it?
them more. Give them a fucking sword.
Well, you can do that.
That's what I'm saying. You're trying to invent something in the game that doesn't need to be in the game.
And the other one is a Verminlord, so they're monstrous mounts. So like this lovely model here, and that is a 75 points, gives you +3 attacks, and makes you cause terror.
What was that?
Verminlord.
Verminlord.
Yeah. So it's a character upgrade.
So it is. It's not a dragon because it's not flying.
No, it can't fly.
So it's like a Carnosaur.
Yes, Yes, it's a Carnosaur, and it's got the same points as a Carnosaur, and it's going to be a mount as your Greyseer. It's going to be a mount for your general.
I think Carnosaur might be 2, so maybe it's like. I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, fine.
But you're limited. You have
3 in terror.
Yeah, 3 in terror.
Non-flying.
On your general only.
Non-flying. So 10 is the answer. What else got? I mean, they got the world's biggest fucking list of heroes and generals and wizards and mounts.
And fairies. 10.
10. Keep it to 10.
And the only other thing I'm going to do at Warfare is I'm going to include the Dark Elf rule of killing your own characters, because that's very Skaven. Yeah, if they blunder, they're dead.
Yeah, no scepter, obviously.
No, I don't take that. That's
a
waste of points. That's a waste of points.
Skaven don't believe in magic. No, but that would be ballsy, wouldn't it? Where somebody said, "I've written a list, no magic items."
So the other stuff
that
he had written is he'd written.
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, so he'd written some rules for some special characters. And
what?
Special named characters.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And I said that.
Sir.
I'm not even going to. No. Yeah, so that's why I scrubbed straight through.
No, sir.
And I was like, that can't happen.
You can do what you want.
Yeah. It's like, that ain't going to. Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's not Warhammer stuff.
10.
Yeah.
10.
Okay, so
10. Yeah. Forget about the Rat Ogre.
Okay. So I'll get rid of the Rat Ogre then. I'll get rid of the Hell Pit.
Keep it to 10. Whatever you have to do.
Okay.
Whatever you have to do.
I don't know what else I would get. That'd be tricky.
Well, life's tricky.
All right.
You know how many infantry units the enemy ups have?
8.
Infantry units.
4.
2.
All right.
Archers.
And spearmen.
Yeah. That's it. That's fucking all he got. 2 fucking units.
So, from that list, my list of the Essex GT
if you get it to 10.
All right, we'll try. I'm not
do not. There is no try.
Yeah, I'm not expecting all of this to be changed.
It's either going to go in or not, isn't it? Realistically.
Yeah. But you might get some changes. Yeah. And then you work on it next year. You keep working on it. This is my Chaos Knights. This is Ian and his Chaos Knights.
He was tasked with dealing with
Chaos. This is my Chaos Knights.
They're dealing with the expensive shit.
So my Essex GT list was a Verminlord. So that's my Greyseer upgraded to a Verminlord with a Crown of Command, and he's 275 points.
But why?
Because he's Command 10. And a Verminlord's cool.
Oh no, we're playing the King is Dead shit, aren't we?
We're just saying it's cool. Yeah, but
There's no way you'd load this into.
I would.
No, you would. You put a fight in general.
Yeah.
With an extra crown.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. A chieftain who's on a rat ogre, 80 points.
Or could you give him a sword?
Yeah, I could have done. Yeah, but a rat ogre's cool because it's the model. Yeah,
it doesn't matter what you say. You know when you say,
I know,
how do I make them Phoenix God? Just give them a sword. Give them a sword.
So a chieftain, a warlock, 7 clan rats, 280, 4 storm vermin, 4 rat swarms, 1 Giselle, 1 plague monks, 1 gunner runner, 4 weapon teams, 1 rat ogre, 2 warp lightning cannons, a doom wheel, and the screaming bell basically, and a hell pit. So 1 of everything. Yeah, something of everything. And that is a fun list to play as well. That's a fun list to use and to be used against.
It is an insanely low break.
Well, it's breakpoint 10 because the rat swarms don't count, don't they? So you could say it's breakpoint 14. 12. Or 12, yeah. 12. So old money would be 12.
12.
But this is 10 plus 4.
Okay. Even 12
10 plus 4
really,
brackets. Yeah.
When I've seen them do well, it's in untimed events with massive break.
Yes. But I don't want to play that army because that army is not great to use and is not great to be used against my opponent.
It's certainly not great to use at the timed event where you've got death clock.
I mean, I could do it. I could do it because I can play very quick. But I wouldn't want to. I don't want to push a breakpoint 20 Skaven clan rat list.
In an hour and 15.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want my opponents to play against that either.
Well, what a wanker would do is just let the opponent kill themselves trying to break you.
Yeah.
Because they ain't going to kill it quick
I'm not going to do that either. Yeah.
You've got to break 20 or 22 or whatever it is. You've got to kill all this shit.
Yeah.
On your turn.
So the other thing for us to talk about is warfare, isn't it? Yeah. So warfare is on this Saturday and Sunday, the 2-day event. Or it's a 1-day and a 2-day event. Yeah, why are you going?
Because I didn't know that.
Okay.
And I'm not doing a 2-day event.
No, I'm going for the single day because I was already.
Is the King is Dead in?
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Yes, I know.
So, Warmaster Warfare is that. So it's at Reading. It's called.
It's not, is it?
Yeah, but it's not. It's Farnborough, which is a bit weird. I don't understand because it used to be Reading and now it's Farnborough.
It was Reading and now it's not.
It's at Farnborough International Exhibition and Conference Centre. So randomly, I am free on Saturday. I did not expect to be free on Saturday, but I am free on Saturday, and I've got permission to go, which is the important thing. So it's a 2-day event, but there's also an option for a single day. Me and Justin are playing the single day.
Excellent.
And there'll be basically 2 events. Everyone will play 3 rounds on day 1, and those who are playing in 2 days will play 5 rounds.
So there's a winner after 3 rounds and a winner after 5.
That's right. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Which is a good way to do it. Free parking, the rules, core rules, all optional rules are in play.
All. Even the ones I make up on the day.
Special tournament rule, the King is Dead, long as that's in.
What? That's not even an optional rule.
No, but that's a rule that everybody's fun using.
No, not.
Yeah.
only the Gen Z bastards.
So day 1's 3 games.
Gen Z,
day
Gen
2
X or something.
Day 2 is 2 games.
Are you even Gen Z or are you below that?
I don't know.
Gen A.
So this is also what's different. Army lists. Armies are 2,100 points.
Why?
Just to be different.
With what minimums and maximums?
All minimum maximum restrictions are based on 2,000 point category.
It doesn't do anything then.
There's an extra. Everyone's got an extra 100.
Just give a free general. I said
this is what the guy wanted to run. So okay, not using regiments of renown.
2,100. Okay, well it's his game. Do what you want.
His game. So army builders is normal. Model and painting. Everything needs to be painted. Scoring. And it's my scenarios. He's renamed the scenarios. But it's my scenario.
No, it's his scenario.
Okay, we're fine. Okay, so it's okay. So
finders keepers, losers winners.
So we've got a scenario called Hold the Line, which is exactly.
It's the 2 tits.
It's Winter Roller 2024.
2 tits. Yeah.
We had the 2 tits. The 2 tits.
We've got incursion.
We've got Mastery of Mayhem, which I called Meeting Engagement.
That's incursion, isn't it?
No. Oh yeah, sorry, incursion. Yeah,
thank you.
Then we have
mosh pit, or what the fucking other one's got.
We have capture and defend, which I called I can't remember what I called it, but I didn't call it that. The objective ones.
Yeah. Oh, I like this guy. Who is he?
Zach. It's called Zach.
He's fine. Oh, another Zach.
Yeah, another Zach. Then we've got Seize the Centre.
Mosh pit.
Yeah.
I love it. He's fucking.
And we have.
It's like, get the flag.
Yeah. And we have Clash by Moonlight, which I called Meeting Engagement. And it's exactly the same. He's just changed the title. You know?
Excellent.
So it's cool. It's like,
did he use the same pictures, or did he make his own pictures?
yeah, the same pictures. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It is brilliant.
Like, I mean, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
So I'm cool. And 2000.
So maybe I should use that next year.
What? Yeah, fine. Barry, like,
no, use this one.
Yeah,
it's a much better winter roller.
I don't know why he changed the names of the
Because it says winter roller.
I just don't get it. Like, anyway, I'd asked him beforehand. I was like, okay, I'm free to do it. Can I use my Skaven experimental list? He said yes, and I was
just don't win.
Yeah, well, if I do win, that's a problem, isn't it? Because it's probably then the list is too good.
Well, you have one of those stuff. Let's not go mad.
Yeah.
But it depends who you're beating and how.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you ended up like you table that guy in the old world, you'll know there's a problem. I don't. You can't really build lists like that in war.
No. So I'm also how I'm changing my thing from Essex GT is I'm going to include the King is Dead. I'm going to include the killing the characters, the Dark Elf special rule.
Nice.
And for no, it's a negative for no benefit. So, but I think it's very Skaven, so I'm going to include that, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, I wouldn't mind you bringing it in, but I know that not everybody sees Skaven the way I see them.
The way I see them.
Some people actually like Skaven.
I like Skaven. I love Skaven.
I know, but some people actually want them to win.
No, they shouldn't be good. They should be able to do all right, but they're not top tier.
Giving them that is like the biggest negative that exists for any character pack in the game.
It's so Skaven. They do that more than Dark Elves.
It cripples Dark Elves, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like properly cripples them.
Yeah. Well,
without that, they'd be like the rabbits that are breeding all over Warmaster. There'd be nothing slowing them down.
Yeah.
Because they've got better stuff on average than even the high elves, and the only thing slowing them down is that. Really.
I mean, they paint it black instead of white. Yeah, it's a difference. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so we're gonna have to call this today because I think this is likely to run out of juice.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah. I'm still recording. Yeah,
it is still, which is good because I didn't know how long we'd get. Either the memory card would run out or the battery would run out. But we're recording 4K. We've done nearly an hour and a half.
Right, we better go. Yeah.
So when we do the 4K game, I need a better card, and we're gonna go because we need like 2.5, 3 hours, I guess, to make sure we record it.
Yeah, cool.
That's the next thing we're gonna try and do. So good luck at the weekend, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, it's super cool.
If you want, I'd maybe have to think about what you want to put through and not bother playtesting stuff you're not going to try and get in because it's little.
I suppose. Yeah, I mean,
be like disciplined.
Well, how many votes will I have? Well, how many?
4.
4. What? And what defines major and minor?
Me.
Yeah. all right.
But unless you're making something up, a new thing, they're generally minor, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's not just me. I was just being facetious.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like last bit of votes. Like I hadn't play tested anything new, so I felt like I can't suggest.
Well, don't suggest anything.
No, but this time I am.
Yeah, so the only things I suggested were things that I talked about the year before.
Yeah. So this has done games. I've grinded it. It's done okay because I'm all right at the game, but I've not won something. So it's like you can't say it's OP.
You got to think of in the hands of Janus. That's what you got to think about.
But he's he could make anything work.
I know, but imagine if he got to be good.
So yeah, it's cool to do it, and it's lovely that I get to go to an event and not have to run anything. I'm bringing the scenery. For this one.
Yeah, but it was given to you.
Yeah, no, but say it's so.
But we talked about that Vince fella, didn't we?
Yes,
that was incredible.
It's amazing, but and that scenery is getting used at Reading.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing it along. I'll leave it with him for the weekend. I'll get it back some other time. And it's great because it makes a quality to every table, which is like.
What about clocks?
I don't know if he's. I didn't see. So if it's my pack, there will be clocks. Yeah, but I'll. whatever. I don't care about that. I mean, in terms of I'm a quick player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find it quite difficult. I'd much rather people agreed. I think somebody's put a comment.
As long as you get a comment.
Somebody put a comment about that what they tend to do is just try and get people to agree.
To agree. Yeah. That's
if you can't agree, it's just a draw. And in Steamroll the world, a draw's a double disqualification. You're both fucked.
Yeah, you're both.
So it's better one of you fucking just says I lose and you win.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have clock. It doesn't have the bit of clock. So I guess there's no.
What's the scoring then?
So scoring is what? It's say tournament points is 10 points. Yeah. So it doesn't have a note on clocks. So I guess he took that section out.
Oh, so you can both score maximum. So that's So it is very different because
okay.
you can both score maximum. You both win.
Okay, so he's changed around the scoring a bit. I would never have.
That's a much better system.
Oh, here we go. Okay, right. So the 2.5 hour time limit is reached when both players have taken an equal number of turns.
Yeah.
A warning will be given when there is 30 and 15 minutes left to ensure both players have sufficient time to play an equal number of turns.
Correct.
There you go.
That's what I do. Soft clock.
Soft clock.
And like a round clock, basically. So you just, if there's half an hour to go, I'm starting my turn, then you play your turn. If you've only got 10 minutes left, we don't go into another round. We just say, there we go, that'll do.
That'll do. And we gentlemen's agree.
I mean, you do have, it's almost like going back to the beginning where we had that, I can't remember the guy's name at Triwers who was like renowned for being dog shit slow.
Yeah.
And you had to bring your clocks because he was just
ruined. The reason
if you got drawn against him, you were just fucked. You're never getting a result.
Exactly. And that's the reason why. But it's like, it's good things do come round. And it's like, so I'm really looking forward to, I'll get up early. I'm going down with Grant, who's doing something else at the event. So we're sharing the lists, and it's just going to be fun to play in an event, and I don't have any. When I'm there, I don't have anything else to talk. I just like play my games and and have a good experience.
Get yourself focused. Have you already put your list in? Or
yes, all done. I might, and so my list for this is just 2 extra clan rats and 20 points I spent on some item or something like that. Yeah, some items. So I've got to grind out I've got to paint 9 units of clan rats before Saturday. I might be doing an all-nighter to paint them.
Okay, well, I mean, if that floats your boat. See, because my concern about stuff like this, I'll just get out of the way now. These free bastards, is that you think when you get a unit of raised dead, you go, oh fuck, he's got a free unit of fucking raised dead. That's really annoying. I've got to kill them.
Yeah.
But now you're starting with 4 units of raised dead.
But I can't get any more. And they are
fucking 4 units.
The strength of raised dead is they go into combat where you choose where they go.
Listen. How many units of raised dead in the game is normally enough to tip the game?
About 4.
I think it's less than 4, but if you get 4, it's fucking game over. But they can't do everything a raised dead can do, but they can do the important shit, which is like they're the nearest thing to be charged on initiative.
Yeah.
You kill them, and it's not like they're just in front of your line. They're like miles in front of your fucking line, so there's no advance, and they're left dangling out after they've killed this rubbish that's worth nothing.
Right.
It costs you some points, but no break.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference. It's cost points.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like this small change is like a highly exploitable change. Not maybe by you, because you're not a bastard. You're not a cheese-eating bastard.
Yeah, I've capped them at 4 as the most. Yeah. Because I had to cap it, because you could take 10 years of
you go mad, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
you go mad.
You go mad, yeah, totally. And I had to cap it.
You go mad.
So, yeah, I mean, I
think that's going to be a stretch.
Yeah, of course it is. I'm not going into this thinking the committee will go, Paul, you're amazing, and we'll have all your accept.
I'm not going to say that. They're amazing. I mean,
I'll keep trying.
You bring a lot to the party, sir. I mean,
that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Getting stuff for free, getting stuff that doesn't count for break. I mean, that's hey,
I'm trying.
If you're not,
I'm trying.
You're trying. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with pushing the envelope.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd rather be in that position. But it's like it's good to have like a goal with something. It's like, okay, I don't think I can achieve this, but hopefully I can get some changes done.
So I was talking to Chris at the beginning. I would just finish on this before during the first game of that tournament. Didn't know if it was going to go off there. And it's funny how different people see things.
Yeah, totally.
Because Chris is a real more is better kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I was going on about where does it stop with human lists?
Yeah.
And do we bring in end, and do we bring in fucking, why have we not got an African list and get this fucking list, that list, vampire fucking ghost list, all these bastard lists, halfling lists, this, that. And Chris is like, oh, bring them all. Bring them all, more's better. Yeah. It's like my brain's just can't compute. We've already got 25, that's plenty, man.
It's loads.
Balancing 25 lists is no joke.
It's hard, yeah.
And every change you make has ramifications through all of those lists.
Yep.
And I bring it in just like unlimited. I guess you get to the point where games where they don't give a fuck. Just bring them in. Who cares? Who cares? Just throw it out there. So for me, always the journal is a way to get stuff into the wild that is. It doesn't need the same level of playtest. And if you want to use it. Yeah. You know, there's no, but you own the game as much as anybody else. With this
Skaven experimentalist, it hasn't got a name. Like it's come. Most of the ideas have come from somebody else first. In terms of like, and I've tinkered with it.
Stolen.
No, but I've taken it. I've tinkered with it.
Stolen.
And there's okay, stolen.
But then the guy stole yours.
Yeah, it's like everyone steals from everybody, all right?
Everybody steals everything.
Everything.
So okay, we'll go with that.
But it's cool. It's in terms of like it is a way of like. It is away from someone
championing it.
Yeah, I've championed this.
It.
That's my favourite army. I've got a good range of models. Like, as in, I like the army, but I'd like to play. I like it to be a bit more Skaven-y. And I'm willing to make it worse in some areas and better in others. I don't expect to win an event. But I'm a good player, so I have to obviously caveat things where I'm doing well with this army because I'm a good player. Okay. But I'll keep pushing it.
Right, oh my god, I can't believe how far we've gone. Right, we're going to say goodnight.
Yeah.
It was podcast episode 193, Paul and Barry, something about something lists, something warfare, something cheese-eating Skavens. You can catch us at warmaster.podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, thank you.
And you can get him on Facebook.
Yeah, you can get me on Facebook. Yeah.
He's a total slag on there.
Yeah, man, like Facebook, tag me in something in the Warmaster Facebook group, I'll find it.
Okay. All right, good night.